I felt it was appropriate to bring him up today because looking back at your life, was there something that you just had to have? Like, I have to have that or I'm going to die. For me, it was a pony growing up. I'm like, if I don't have a pony, my life will end. Like I said, I'm a ledge walker. You know, it's either the world is picture perfect or the world is just a hot mess. So I was like going to die if I didn't have a pony. Well, at the age of 25, I thought literally my life was going to be picture perfect. I was going to be finished with graduate school. I was going to have one perfectly gorgeous child who never needed to be spanked. I was going to own a home by the beach. I was going to have a fabulous car. I was going to be married to a model of a man with one green eye and one blue eye. And I would have this fabulous job by owning my own art gallery. So when 25 rolled around, I realized I had absolutely none of that. And so you kind of walk through these things, and you're just, in that moment, I didn't say, wow, God has some fabulous plan for me. In that moment, I was kind of angry, I was bitter, I was questioning. Oh, couple that with the fact that I'm living back home with my parents, which is totally cool for a 25-year-old, and not paying rent because I didn't even have a job. So basically, all the dreams and aspirations that I had were gone. They were blown away like chaff and dust, and the memories that I had kind of the dreams that I had kind of fell away into millions of little pieces. So sometimes God doesn't give us the things that we want because those are the things that we don't need. And I can look back at that season in my life, and I'm grateful for everything that God had kind of delivered me from, we should say. But what I want to do is, in the past weeks of taking a look at James, he kind of busts out a lot of contrasts. So as we can look back at our life and say, wow, this is something that I've had to have had, now to, I'm glad that God didn't give that to me. Or this is a person that I totally want to be, and then God doesn't allow you to be that person. God doesn't want you to be that person. God doesn't want you at that job or date that person or whatever it may be. We can look back. And so what James does is there's tons of contrast within the book. There's some points up on the screen, but just to give you kind of like a recap from the last couple chapters, if you decide to take note, you can go ahead and just jot these down to kind of give you a whirlwind warp tour back to where we are right now in chapter 4.